wishes. Time for a swim? All right. Best wishes. Lovely. Gotta cool off. To the hot spring. Let's go. Yes. Sweet dreams. Of course. Time for a swim? Yes. How's the water? Time to play. Lovely. Very well. Best wishes. All right.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla solo clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes. Today, taking on Cormag, Aloof Lanceman, in his very own Grand Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. So this is going to be a supported solo, meaning that we're going to be using Vanilla Camilla and using the other Camillas to support her by giving her buffs and everything else, and repositioning, using assists, but they won't be attacking or tanking hits. And the reason why I decided to do a supported solo for this map is just because it's really laughably easy. As long as you have a Grawnraven user right up front, you can just bait the Blue Cavalier and the Bow Cavalier immediately, and then there aren't any reinforcements on the map. At that point, you're only left with these four units, including Cormag. There's really not that much to worry about. So again, if you have a tanky green or basically a tanky Grawnraven user, they're pretty much perfect for this. And in that case, you know, I basically used Spring Camilla to tank everything and then could clean up everything on round 2. So I decided to change things up just to keep things a little bit interesting. So again, we're going to be doing just a supported solo with Vanilla Camilla instead. But let's take just a quick look at the map. I mean, the layout itself is interesting just because there's these forested areas that will funnel the cavalry units. And then you have these two bridges off to the side. You can actually end up baiting and retreating up here into the water area. So there's a lot of strategies you can employ. It's just that the map is pretty darn easy. So until we get an abyssal version of this map, it's not going to be creating too many headaches. There are a couple of things worth noting. Like I mentioned, there is the overlapping cavalier attack ranges, which is something to be mindful of. This Axe Dragon right here, she does have air orders, so that is something worth noting just because it will grant both Cormag and the Red Flyer over here additional movement shenanigans because they'll be able to teleport essentially multiple spaces. They'll be able to teleport adjacent to any ally within 2 spaces. So the Red Flyer, for example, will be able to teleport way up here because they have air orders active, and she'll be able to use her rally attack speed plus on one of her allies. So that's worth noting. Cormag himself, he does have Dull Close 3, and he has Ignis on a 0-turn cooldown. So if you tank a hit from Cormag and you don't have like a pulse smoke effect or something like that, he's going to get that Ignis off, and it's going to do a lot of damage. He has some pretty significant defenses at 37, so it is going to hurt when you get hit by that. So let's take a quick look at the Camilla. So Vanilla Camilla here made a lot of adjustments for this solo. She is plus 10 with a speed asset. She has Camilla's Axe with her special Refine, Reposition, Ether for the special, Distant Counter for the A slot, Desperation for the B slot, Threat and Defense 3 for the C slot, and then Iote's Shield for the Seal. I don't know if she... I actually am not 100% certain if she needs Threat and Defense 3. It does help, but I don't know if that's absolutely necessary. But the rest of it pretty much is. She's also supported with Summer Camilla here, so that is worth noting. And then the rest of the Camillas are there for just support. So if we look at Summer Camilla, she has Ward Flyers, and she has even Res Wave 3. And if we look at New Year's Camilla, she has Goad Flyers and Drive Res 2. And then finally, we take a look at Hot Springs Camilla, who has Hone Flyers, and then even Defense Wave 3. And what that ultimately means is that on even-numbered turns, Vanilla Camilla is going to enjoy +7 to both of her defensive stats, and +6 all the time for whenever she gets the Hone Flyers buff. So like I had mentioned, if you have a tanky green, you can basically plant them in the overarching range between the Bow and the Blue Cavalier, and that's exactly what we're going to do on turn 1. We're going to plant Vanilla Camilla right here and let her tank both of those hits and distant counter and ether her way through the enemy forces. You know, she's going to tank these just fine. The Iote Shield is going to come into play. And then, of course, on the following turn, she's going to get both the defensive buffs here, like I mentioned, as well as the offensive buff. And that's perfect because that puts her in prime positioning to be able to tank this Sword Fighter. So we just want to make sure that she gets all of the buffs on the following turn, so we're just going to T formation right behind her. And also make sure she gets, again, the Hone Flyers buff for the following turn. She'll be able to tank the hit from the Sword Fighter, and then ether back, do some significant damage, heal back most of her health, and then the chip damage will reduce the Sword Fighter down to 1 HP. She'll take out the Red Flyer as well. And then she can now clean up the Sword Fighter because he just has 1 HP. And that also just enables and gets her ether ready for the following attack. And then at this point, all I need to do is just kind of fall back. We don't want the other Camillas to tank any hits, right? This is supposed to be a supported solo, after all. So we're just going to reposition to safety, but still give her some Goad and Ward Flyer buffs, as well as some drive buffs. So she will be able to tank the hit from the Axe Flyer, double back, get that ether off, get some health back. So now Cormag is all that remains, and he is a threat. He does have that Ignis ready to go, so again, you don't want to really tank a hit from him if you can avoid it. He also has Dull Close, which means I can't take advantage of using the Hone Flyers or the Wave skills to be able to just kind of do enough damage to just strong arm Cormag. So we want to make we're in desperation range, which is good, which means we can double with impunity. And then we also just want to make sure we're getting all of the buffs that we need to take out Cormag and do enough damage. And there we go. And down he goes. So that's it. That's the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to clear Cormag, Aloof Lanceman, on Infernal difficulty. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Grand Hero Battle Challenge. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.